I got my ELO Reveal using Alola SANDSLASH on Ultra League, and as usual, using Alola SANDSLASH will leave you vulnerable to certain threats, something like a fighter or a fire type Pokemon, so I had to cover that weakness effectively. Also, we are losing to Swampert, and that can be kinda problematic up on the lead, so whenever we encounter a Swampert up on the lead, we have to stay in, since our backline is gonna protect our Alola SANDSLASH only from the fighters and the fires. And those two Pokemon are gonna be the Charizard with the amazing wing attack, and of course Tapu Fini as our closer. The reason I'm having Charizard here as my safe switch is because I have a very high rank 1 to be honest, and with that in mind I can easily manipulate even that Swampert matchup when shields are up, so I can easily turn around that very bad lead that I might have with my Alola SANDSLASH even against a Swampert. So with that said, now down we go to that next Hydrocan with our Tapu Fini, but it doesn't matter because they're getting super low, and I am having two of those ice punches ready to go to finish off Swampy. Now they're down 2 shields at the back. There is the red steel trying to catch one ice punch. That was smart, almost fell for it, but to be honest we're having the upper hand anyways because those Locons will never be enough to farm us down, and we can still keep going with those moves. They're kinda forced in using their energy here. It is gonna be the flash cannon, which is pretty weird, but still I'm gonna take it, and I'm just gonna block whatever that is. Probably another flash cannon because that's gonna be pretty early. Still, I'm not gonna risk it at all. And of course I have to get to the Blast Burn because here on Ultra League perhaps a Dragon Claw will not be enough. Perhaps that was an overkill as well, but still we got the shield up. We know now their moveset, no ancient power at all, just gonna let the first one go through, and of course we have the double Dragon Claw to secure this victory to start off the video. So this team is very strong. I like the synergy. As I have already said, the backline can easily protect Alola SANDSLASH from its weaknesses, while Swampert is gonna be the main problem up on the lead. And speaking of the devil, here it is, into the next one up on the lead. So let's see how well we can play this, because they're farming up a ton of energy and they're getting to the Earthquake, which is pretty nice. If you didn't know, here on Ultra League you can take the Hydro Cannons pretty easily, but the Earthquake cannot be taken that easy from Swampert, so we have to block it no matter what. So Driller are now able to do a lot of solid work up against the Wall Rain, and I'm trying to catch a potential Earthquake on my Charizard, but they know better. They are over farming a lot, so now I have to bring them to no HP with my Charizard after I get to my Dragon Claw. Of course I'm expecting a shield here because they can always go ahead and pressure even more, and that Swampert will not be enough with those Mudshots to finish me down. So this is looking pretty promising for me because now we're having both at one shield scenario. They're kinda energy dry with their Swampert, and they still need to reach to that Earthquake, to be honest, because if this is gonna be a Hydro Cannon, which it is, we can easily survive it, as you can see. Able to reach now to the Ice Punch to try to finish them off. They decide to block for the final time, and now we can go in with the Tapu Fini. Blocking the potential Earthquake here can be the key. However, they get to the Hydro Cannon, which is kinda problematic for me, and another move, this time another Hydro, hopefully, and now Wall Rain will return. With the return of the Wall Rain makes me think that whatever there is at the back might be weak to my Tapu Fini, and that's why I like this Pokemon a lot at the back, and it is gonna be the Charizard. So good news for me, this battle ended on a very positive tone. I have to get to the surf, and as it seems they left the battle. I'm just waiting for the Swampert to return, and that is gonna be a good game, obviously. So into the next one now. Let's see what we have up on the lead, because we're having a Charizard. Our Alola SANDSLASH cannot catch a break. One Swampert, one Charizard already, and we are only on the third battle of this video. So Dragon Claw here able to do some cheap damage on my Pokemon, but still kinda enough to put me at a threatening position. Another Dragon Claw, just gonna call it, that was way too early to be a Blast Burn. And yeah, once again, if you didn't know, Blast Burn will connect for even more damage than a Dragon Claw, even though it is resisted because it is an amazing move overall offensively. Here comes now my Tapu Fini, able to tank those moves that this Charizard is gonna throw, even from a Shadow. Look at how much damage they can still do though. We are already below 50%, and now we have to reach to that Surf. They have a Shadow Magneton at the back, which is kinda weird, but now my Shadow SANDSLASH, actually Alola SANDSLASH, no Shadow at all, is gonna go in pretty clutch up against their Pokemon. SANDSLASH with that Ice Punch will do nothing to them. So now we'll try to go for that Drill Run. So Golisopod is a very nice wall to my Pokemon. They can resist pretty much anything we can throw. Only Shadow Claws are gonna do respective damage here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spam those Shadow Claws in combination with the Ice Punch here, because as it seems the Drill Run would not be enough at all. Liquidation now to finish me off, and I have to respect the damage here from the next move. Another Liquidation, no debuff, and now Magneton will go in. All I have to do is to block and try to completely farm down, relying completely on my water guns. However, they still have the Golisopod with 1 HP and the Dream to finish me off. What a crazy battle with a very bad lead, bad backline, especially with the Magneton up against my two Pokemon that do not resist at all those electrics, and they are just gonna get dominated by them. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it. It was a pretty close loss. So into the next one with a Jellicent here. So this is looking kinda promising for us once again, because we're having the Shadow Claws dealing so much damage at them, super effective as well. And I will try to catch one Surf. Let's see, can we do it? Yes, we can. It is gonna be the Surf. Crazy catch on the Tapu. At the back the Walrein returns, and we're having now the Moonblast for big damage on the Walrus. I think the Tapu Fini, the Foister, is gonna do tremendous amount of work on the closing part, but here we're gonna use it kinda as a safe switch, because we want to catch one Surf, and with the Jellicent out of the way, perhaps they have no other counter for our Charizard. Perhaps whatever there is at the back might be weak to our Charizard, so let's see how this is gonna unfold, because we can still survive here. The Icicle Spear reached to the final Moonblast for big damage on that Walrus, and we were kinda lucky here, but still we can easily finish them off with our Drill Run. At the back they have a Charizard of their own, not weak to us, kind of a mirror battle, but we also have one more shield than them. They know that and they back out. Into the next one with a Charizard up on the lead. We have to switch out as soon as possible, because this Pokemon is kinda problematic for our Alolan Charizard, Alolan SANDSLASH. What am I saying today? So Blast Burn now is gonna be able to dominate up against the Tapu Fini. As you're seeing, they're still gonna be able to pressure a lot my Pokemon, but the high rank Charizard is still gonna be able to pressure back with another Blast Burn. The water type Pokemon, let's go, able to finish them off while we are still on the one shield scenario against each other, and they're kinda forced in using their energy. I'm not sure. If I were them, I could go for the total farm down, but still now I have the Tapu Fini over the Charizard. Perhaps that was a mistake for them to let that final move go through on their Tapu Fini, because now they have at the back the Venusaur with the amazing catch on my Surf, and now SANDSLASH will definitely have a very good battle up against that Pokemon. So the battle is not over yet though, because Frenzy Plant is still gonna connect for big damage. We have to respect it if we are if we want to win this entire thing, because another one is coming through and this is gonna put us at a critical position. However, we can get out of this battle with a lot of energy. They have the Charizard, we got a shield up, so I'm just gonna let that go through. It is gonna be just a Dragon Claw. We can still survive because we're still type, and the Ice Punch to finish them off back to back, one for the shield, one for the burned Charizard, and yeah, this is gonna be absolutely awesome for us. They back out already. This is the win that we definitely needed, and now let's keep moving forward till the ELO Reveal. So we're having kind of a bad lead against this Grident. So how I want to play this matchup is to let them use their energy once or twice, and then try to catch one move on my Charizard, preserving all that energy from my Alolan SANDSLASH for the end game. Because I do not like my odds with those Shadow Claws being resisted by a lot, and of course after a few debuffs we might be in deep trouble. So they're staying in here, and I can easily survive one more Body Slam while I can still pressure for that Blast Burn. However, look at how much pressure this Grident did, and the damage is crazy, and we cannot reach the Dragon Claw, which is a bummer. Able to return now to the battle with our Alolan SANDSLASH, and I have to get to the Drill Run. I have a feeling that Ice Punch will not be enough for that Grident to faint on that Ultra League level. Charizard goes in. This is not that great, but still we have some energy to spare, and I believe that if we can catch one move on the Foister, we're gonna be on a very good spot. Tapu Fini with a crazy catch on the Dragon Claw, and now they back out. Let's go, trainers. Absolutely awesome. Perhaps at the back they had a Talon Flame or a Typhlosion, I don't know, but still we had the upper hand no matter what. obstacle now on the switch after the Walrus for the final one, trainers, and we have the Tapu Fini to completely wall it down. Of course, those obstructs and Night Slashes might be kind of problematic on the long term of the battle, but still Night Slash here is not gonna give them the boost. If they had the boost, perhaps they could have a chance under shielding, but right now, as it seems, I will just keep going with those Moonblast, trying to get both of them shields out of the way. And I don't care at all if they flip that lead scenario, but right now they managed to catch on the Walrein. Pretty cool catch if you ask me, because they knew that the Walrein was kinda doomed, and right now they're just gonna go ahead and tank this energy while they can easily survive it and still reach to the Earthquake to finish me off. Of course, I have to respect the damage, spend the shield in the process. And they have a Giratina at the back. To be honest, I was expecting something like an Obstagoon to come in, not that Giratina, but still, let's see what their plan is, because Ice Punches are gonna do a lot of work up against the Giratina. Perhaps they were seeing that I'm having my Tapu Fini and they were thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so weak to that Pokemon, but anyways, I'm gonna let that go through. We can still survive, which is crazy. And now Charizard can go in, definitely tank those moves. This is not a Hyper Beam, I repeat, not a Hyper Beam. I have been hit by a Hyper Beam multiple times the previous season and it was pretty bad. So now we can farm down, we are already there on the Double Dragon Claw, and that is gonna be a magnificent ending to my video here, because Charizard is just gonna wrap things up. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and of course subscribe to my channel. This is my final and starting ELO, final for the video, starting for the season. And yeah, I hope you liked today's video. This is absolutely awesome. Thank you for watching. Once again, like, subscribe, and one of these two videos might be just for you, so feel free to check them out.